20-10 victory for LSU. It kind of mirrors what last year's game was a little bit, right? Florida's got 23 first downs. You have 10. You look back on third down efficiency. Now, they were 6 of 17. You were 4 of 14, but they had more total yards. Remember, we told you the tail of the tape from last year's game where you had more first downs. You had more total yards. You had more yards through the air. Like, you were better on third down than they were a year ago. Well, now you kind of flip it there. And so the tail of the tape maybe doesn't tell the story of the game. Now, they held the football for 37 minutes in this contest as well. Now, you both had 7 penalties, but it's going to be the turnovers, obviously, that are the story of the game. Just like last year, it was the sacks that Florida had that was the story of the game. And so these, I mean, look, the box scores kind of mirror each other. Last year, you had a lot of success. You outgained them. You held the ball longer, but you couldn't protect the quarterback. Well, this year, I mean, right, they kind of do the same to you, but they couldn't protect the football. And so this defense creates 5 turnovers. It's the story of the game. It's the theme of the game. You took one back to the house for a pick 6. And this defense, it continues to be highly impressive. It continues to fly around. It continues to trick quarterbacks. And, like, some of those, you're going to watch it. And, look, we could – into the last one, DJ Lagway kind of throws it up there, but LSU knew exactly what they were doing in some of those coverage situations, and they baited DJ Lagway into some of those throws.
Yeah, I tell you who didn't know what he was doing was DJ Lagway. I mean, good Lord. Like, as a quarterback and as much hate as I have for Florida, I was like, dude, what is he doing? Like, this is can you not see the safeties? I don't know what he was looking at a lot, and I know LSU did a really good job of baiting him, disguising coverages, creating confusion. And we've done that all season. We did it week 1 against Cade Klubnik. We've done it week 3 now against DJ Lagway, 2 of the top preseason ranked quarterbacks going in. We have created confusion. We've created chaos. And maybe not so much it was a different type of chaos this week than it was against Clemson. Clemson was, all gas, no brakes on pressures. We're bringing so many different types of pressures. Now you lose Witt early in the game, so it kind of changes a lot of some of the things that you can do, or you're comfortable doing, because Witt, he's been there. The starters can make up for when you create pressure. We talked about this last week. When you create pressure and chaos from one side, you have to have people that are smart enough and comfortable enough and experienced enough to cover ground, because where you create strengths on one side of the ball, you create a weakness somewhere else. So you have to have those kind of experienced guys to fill in those voids and make those weaknesses less weak, I guess, if you will. But they created chaos just flying around. Our DBs can play their role in a coverage by making it look like a different coverage. So if you're a safety or a corner and you have like a cloud coverage as a corner, and you have the half safety over the top, the safety plane over the top of a cloud corner, like, they can make it look like quarters, and then at the last second go play their responsibility.
Yeah.
And it creates confusion. And it's fun to see. But at the end of the day, we did benefit from some very poor quarterback decisions.
Well, yeah, I mean, the one to DJ Pickett, he's throwing it up. For sure. Like the A.J. Halsey, he was shot out of a cannon before half.
Yeah, he did.
When he picked that one off. I mean, that was like, he was like waiting, like, I bet you won't throw it. I bet you won't throw it.
That guy's fun to watch.
He is fun to watch. And he throws the whole secondary. The whole secondary, let's just turn, some of this into just a waxing poetic about the defense. I mean, Alondra pointed out, like, Devon Keys comes in there. He has 14 tackles. Didn't start the game, but he comes in, he has 14 tackles, has half a sack, and a TFL. Wes Weeks, he started the game, but obviously he had to step up. Like, he goes to the green dot now when his brother gets kicked out, and he has 12 tackles and a TFL. To Marcus Cooley, right? He's not the biggest guy in the world, but I'll be damned if every time in the open field he doesn't get the guy down. Doesn't matter if it's a tight end, a receiver, or a back. A.J. Halsey playing at a different speed. Right, make sure that his presence is felt every time he hits you as well. Perkins did another great job of spying the quarterback anytime that DJ Lagway thought that he had the edge. Here comes number 7, Mansour Delane. What Matt's talking about, like, you can do all these creative things because it's like, okay, well, 4's going to have his guy. We're good there, and you don't worry about it. And you call the blitz and you call the pressure. And we could just – P.J. Woodland's playing incredible. We could go on and on. We could go down the list of defensive guys. But the main point is everybody's not only doing their job, they're doing the job that helps everybody else out, the other 10 guys. So, like, if somebody goes down, you step up. If somebody's pressuring, I've got you. Like, I'm going to handle the back end back here. Like, it is total, complete team defense.
Yeah, and it shows up in the stats when you can play team defense like that, and we can – it's hard when we're not watching film to kind of tell you about, like, how good that secondary is playing and what kind of chemistry they're playing with. But when you see a safety come out of nowhere and step in front of a pass, that means they are dissecting – what the offense is doing. They are understanding the route concept. They are understanding he didn't just come from nowhere. He had a responsibility on one part of the field, but he understood based on the route concept that his responsibility, he wasn't needed if we're looking at the ball, okay, left side is taken care of, so I can go and help poach the right side of the ball. And they just understood the route concepts. You could tell they were ultimately ready. They had watched a lot of film. They knew what Florida would try to do to them. And when you get opportunities, they made the play. I mean, how many times do you go into games and you have opportunities to intercept the ball and it's dropped or two defenders run into each other and you just don't get it? They took advantage of every single opportunity. And it was the difference in the game because, it wasn't the most explosive offensive performance we've had, but the defense stepped up, so it was a complete team win in that aspect.
It was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, just multiple defensive performances that stood out, I think, to everybody. I mean, no matter who you are, where you're watching, you certainly can appreciate what the linebackers did stepping up when you lose your captain, what the defensive backs continue to do. I thought you had great pressure on DJ Lagway as well. So a lot of great things when it comes to this LSU defense. Now, when we come back, let's talk about the LSU offense. Obviously, there's things that you want to see. There's things that LSU wants to get cleaned up, and
they're going to have to.
They're going to have to.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a thing that he did to close out the football game that I would love to see more of, and not just because of who I am and what position I play,
just because of that.
Oh, my God. Can we see more of that?